Paul Kim, age 36, was arrested Wednesday evening by the Las Vegas Metro Police Department on charges that include arson and possessing an explosive. The attack originally took place on Tuesday, March 18th, around 2:45 a.m. at a Tesla collision center. Today, the Las Vegas Metro Police Department held a press briefing to update the public on their findings.
I have the opportunity here to provide the details of the investigation, but there's no doubt this was a collaborative effort involving multiple agencies. In 8 days around the clock with our teams, we were able to identify the suspect's vehicle as a black Hyundai Elantra. You'll see a photo here. But what's important to point out here is that this was achieved through an exhaustive review of surveillance material, analytical data, and a canvas of over 700 locations across the valley. But a preliminary assessment of the suspect's social media activity indicates some very loose but self-proclaimed ties to the Communist Party USA social media group, as well as social media groups called Revolutionary Communist International, Hidden Palestine, Palestine Action, and a variety of other social media groups. That is part of our investigation, is to dig further into it and to be able to determine additional motive and other potential concerns. At this point in time, the suspect was placed immediately on 24/7 surveillance by our specialized units to ensure public safety and preserve evidence. Additional evidence was collected as we continued our investigation, and the suspect was ultimately arrested yesterday evening. A search warrant was then obtained and served by the LVMPD SWAT team, and as a part of their operation, we were able to conduct searches of 2 vehicles linked to the suspect's apartment, and we were also able to collect a buccal swab for DNA to be able to compare that to the DNA that we recovered from the scene. Our searches revealed numerous items of interest to include multiple rifles, a shotgun, a handgun, and miscellaneous gun parts. You can see a photo to my left of some of the items that were recovered. We also were able to recover ammunition in multiple calibers to include the caliber that was used in the crime. We also recovered numerous electronic devices, which our partners at the FBI are quickly analyzing. We also recovered a black gun belt with a pouch that had pink paint residue on it. You can see a photo of that to my left, as well as a black backpack with pink paint, face masks, and other articles of clothing that are consistent with the suspect's description. We also recovered other key pieces of evidence that we're still evaluating at this time that do connect the suspect to this attack. He was charged with numerous felonies to include 3 counts of arson, 3rd degree, 3 counts of unlawful possession of explosive or incendiary device, 4 counts of destroying property, and 5 counts of discharging a firearm into a vehicle or structure. The suspect remains in custody, and we're working closely with the Clark County District Attorney's Office and the United States Attorney's Office on the prosecution.
A federal arrest warrant has been issued for Kim, and he will be taken into federal custody later today, where he will face federal charges in addition to his current charges.
Turning now to national news, President Donald Trump enacts a new tariff on foreign auto parts. Our News 25 Las Vegas correspondent Maria Centers joins us now with that story.
U.S. President Donald J. Trump has just countered trade practices that have hindered our domestic auto industry by imposing a 25% tariff on foreign automobiles and related parts. In 1985, American-owned plants here at home manufactured 11 million automobiles, representing 97% of overall domestic production, while last year's figure determined that 50% of automobiles purchased in 2024 were imports. Here's the latest from the White House on the matter.
We'll effectively be charging a 25% tariff. But if you build your car in the United States, there is no tariff. And what that means is a lot of foreign car companies, a lot of companies are going to be in great shape because they've already built their plant, but their plants are underutilized, so they'll be able to expand them inexpensively and quickly. But others will come into our country and build, and they're already looking for sites. They're looking for mostly sites. They don't want to take the old buildings that are empty and falling down. They want to build new.
The 25% tariff applies to imported passenger vehicles, including sedans, SUVs, crossovers, minivans, cargo vans, and light trucks, along with crucial automobile parts.
As you know, the electric mandate that we did allows you to buy a car now with electric or gasoline powered or hybrid. You can buy any car you want. The Middle West, they built 8 power stations. That's like the size of this desk or smaller. And they ended up spending $9 billion on 8. And of the 8, 4 of them didn't work.
The U.S. trade deficit in automobile parts climbed to $93.5 billion in 2024.
We're going to see prices going down, but it's going to go down specifically because they're going to buy what we're doing, incentivizing companies to, and even countries, but companies to come into America and build. We're already setting records for new plants. I think the new plant number, the tally, is just within a period of a few weeks.
Excessive imports have weakened America's domestic industrial base and supply chains.
I think ultimately we could probably anywhere from $600 billion to $1 trillion will be taken in over the relatively short-term period, meaning a year from now, but starting right away. I think we'll go from 600 to $1 trillion within 2 years. And I think we'll be right from the beginning, we're going to be at a very high number, right from the beginning. And right from the beginning, you're going to have a lot of construction jobs, but you're also going to have a lot of automobile jobs.
The proclamation invokes Section 232 of the Trade Expansion Act of 1962.
People are going to start understanding what a good deduction is all about. So when you get a loan to buy a car, and I think it's going to pay for itself. I don't think there's any cost. I think you're going to have so many cars built, but you're only going to get that deduction of interest if the car is made in the United States of America.
Our domestic auto parts manufacturing industry has lost 34% of its job sector over the past 24 years. Reporting from Old Las Vegas and getting it over that hump to Pahrump, I'm Maria Centers for News 25.
Don't grab that remote. After this break, we have details for you about this very first opening day for Major League Baseball. News 25 will be right back.
It's Ram Truck Month here at Saida Trudeau, your original hometown dealer. Being your hometown dealer isn't just a slogan. It has a deeper meaning to us. It's helping your neighbors in a time of need. It's knowing everyone at the barbershop, gas station, and grocery store. At Saida Trudeau, we've been serving our community for over 23 years. Our community was built on people from across America. From retired military veterans to farmers, we know how hard you work. During Ram Truck Month, we celebrate you. Come into Saida Trudeau all month long and take advantage of incredible savings, like 1.9% financing for 72 months or as much as $10,000 off MSRP on new 2025 Ram 1500s. That's a great deal for Motor Trend's Truck of the Year. You work hard for your money. During Ram Truck Month, we'll help you keep more of it. Come into Saida Trudeau, your original hometown dealer for Ram Truck Month. Going on now.
Yeah. Ace Country.
Rise and shine. Tune in Sunday mornings at 8 for the Classic Country Breakfast with me, Mikey. I'll be playing a whole hour of all the classics. From Willie.
On the road again.
To Johnny.
I fell into a burning ring of fire.
To Patsy.
Crazy.
To Dolly.
Jolene, Jolene.
All the classic country music to start your Sunday morning. You bring the hash browns, and I'll bring the Hank.
If you have Parkinson's or any of these symptoms, including trembling, difficulty walking or sleeping, and if you have been exposed to Paraquat or Gramoxone, you may be eligible for significant compensation at no cost to you. Call today for a preliminary interview to see if you qualify. If you or a loved one have worked or lived near a farm or field with Paraquat herbicide treatments and developed Parkinson's disease or any of these symptoms, don't wait another minute. The manufacturers of Paraquat and Gramoxone-based herbicides knew about the health risks and failed to warn people of this link to Parkinson's symptoms. We have provided justice and have assisted people suffering from Parkinson's and other ailments. Call today for a preliminary interview to see if you qualify. Call now. You could qualify to receive significant financial compensation. If we don't win, you pay nothing. So call our legal team now and let us help you receive substantial financial compensation. Call now.
Wounded Warrior Project empowers post-9/11 veterans and their families with life-changing programs and services.
I faced my PTSD, and I'm a better husband and father because of it.
We help warriors get the expert care and support to thrive.
I got involved. I got healthier. I got to be an athlete again.
Through our programs, community, and advocacy, we're proving
anything is possible.
Learn more at woundedwarriorproject.org/together. You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome back to News 25. Well, here's Mikey Ruhan now with a knockout for you in sports.
Time now for your News 25 look at sports and streaming at KPVM.TV and now on Roku devices. Vegas Golden Knights, they return to action on Friday against the Chicago Blackhawks in the Windy City. Alex Pietrangelo will miss the rest of the three-game road trip for the Golden Knights. The defenseman was a late scratch for the 5-1 victory against the Minnesota Wild on Tuesday with a lower body injury. He is day-to-day. Pietrangelo has 32 points, 4 goals, 28 assists in 67 games this season, and leads Vegas in ice time per game, 22 minutes and 29 seconds. And only one more sleep. Baseball is back. Opening day, March 28th. Las Vegas Aiders welcome the Reno Aces. And that's your look at sports on News 25.
Watch out there, Mikey. Well, turning now to today's health news, weight loss medications can be very beneficial when prescribed for individuals who are struggling with obesity. However, it's important to remember that proper nutrition is still a vital component of health and weight loss.
When you're on these medications, one of the challenges is you don't have an appetite, you don't feel hungry, you don't have your cravings, and that's a good thing. That's what helps people stay on track. But you still have to eat. And when you eat, you need to know how to eat healthfully.
Dr. Lillian Craggs is a registered dietitian with Cleveland Clinic. She says people taking weight loss medications may not feel hungry, but should still eat a balanced diet with nutritional needs and prevent vitamin deficiency. Depending on the age, different vitamins and minerals may be recommended. In some cases, a multivitamin may be suggested. She says it's a good idea to stick with 3 meals a day and limit snacks, especially junk food. Ideally, each meal should have a mix of foods that provide vitamins, minerals, protein, carbs, and healthy fats. She says whole grains, lean protein, fruit, and vegetables are always good choices.
So if we're looking at, say, some egg whites, maybe some egg whites with some vegetables scrambled into it, or an egg white omelet, that's a really nice form of protein, and it's very lean, and you're getting some of your vegetables. You can have a little side of some oatmeal that'll give you some nice healthy carbs and some more fiber. What a great way to start the day.
Well, at Valley Electric Association, they understand that the power flowing to our homes and businesses is more than just electricity.
This segment of News 25 is brought to you by Valley Electric and its family of companies focused on serving our members. We're better together.
Have you ever wondered how your co-op ensures you have reliable electricity? We count on a team with many skill sets to make it happen every day. Line workers, engineers, computer programmers, accountants, and more. We work together to get the job done. Let's face it, most of us only think about electricity when ours goes out. So let's take a look at the people who work to restore your power during an outage. Typically, when the power goes out, a consumer member, like you, calls to report the problem. Your call is taken by a co-op member service representative who reports the outage in our system. Member service representatives are proactive problem solvers. After the outage is pinpointed in our system, a line crew is dispatched. Line workers serve on the front lines to ensure you receive reliable power. When an outage is reported, they go straight to the site to determine if repairs and additional equipment are needed. Typically, utility poles, transformers, or power lines may need to be replaced. They work safely as a team to correct the problem. While line workers are out in the field resolving the problem, the communicator back at the co-op will post information about large outages on our social media pages. After the line crew makes necessary repairs, they call a dispatcher to let them know the work is done. To ensure the problem is fully resolved, a member of our team sends a ping to the affected electric meters to confirm the signal is good and your power is flowing as it should be. The end result? happy co-op members. Whether we're restoring a power outage, conducting a safety demonstration at a local school, or building electric service for our newest of members, it takes a variety of skills and people to keep the co-op running smoothly. And you, our members, are at the heart of everything we do.
All right, stick around. Your tech tip with Josh Osborne is right after this break.
In a wreck, need a check.
In a wreck,
need a check.
In a wreck, need a check.
Hurt in a wreck and need a check? We're Lerner and Rowe. Make one call, that's all.
Lerner and Rowe is the way to go. Call 877-1500.
Thank you, Pahrump, for making the Pahrump Valley Auto Plaza #1 in vehicle sales and service once again. We'd like to return the favor. So right now, current Chevy owners can get up to $3,000 in additional savings on some of our most popular SUVs. What's that, you say? You don't own a Chevy? Well, trade in any 2011 or newer vehicle and receive an extra $2,500 off of some of our hottest selling new half-ton trucks from Chevrolet and GMC. Plus, we have low financing options, deep discounts, and other incentives, all to go the extra mile in saying thank you. We love you, Pahrump.
Outside. It's cold inside. Daniel, can you come help me? Thanks, Daniel. Warm and cozy.
Happy retirement, Dad.
Thank you very much.
So, Dad, what are you gonna do next?
We just miss being around kids.
And we aren't done yet.
Milton Hershey School house parents? What's that?
Being a house parent is much more than a job. It's a purpose.
How will you afford to move?
Can we even visit you guys while you're in Hershey?
Oh, you can come visit.
And we'll save even more money because we won't have to pay for housing, utilities, and meals.
And the school provides everything we need to make a difference in these kids' lives.
We won't be alone. There'll be people like us from all over the country helping care for these students.
You're set on it, aren't you?
Absolutely.
It's a new chapter for you, and the kids who deserve one too. Discover what's next at Milton Hershey School.
$10 million in a pedestrian accident, $5 million in a car accident. These are just a few of our recent results.
Hurt in a wreck and need a check? We're Lerner and Rowe. Make one call, that's all.
Lerner and Rowe is the way to go. Call 877-1500.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500.
Welcome back. Well, Josh Osborne from Great Computer Deals is here with this week's Tech Tip.
Hey guys, Josh Osborne here with Pahrump Zone Great Computer Deals. It's time for another quick tutorial. Today's topic is part 2 of words that our customers use that are unfortunately not correct. Today's word is crash. A lot of times people come in and they say, my computer has crashed. And what they're probably referring to is something they've seen in an old movie that involves a computer where the physical hard drive shattered. And basically what that means is back years ago, not so much anymore, but there was a time when hard drives consisted of an actual silver spinning platter that moved like a record player or a CD player, and that drive would spin thousands of times a minute, and after years and years of that wear and tear, sometimes they would actually physically break apart. They would shatter or crash. But what's actually happening when someone comes in and they say that word, that's not the case. What has happened is usually a couple different things. Number one, their computer didn't crash. It's bogged down with so much junk. A lot of people have 2 or 3 antiviruses all running at the same time, which is a terrible idea. Or oftentimes they'll have so many different junkware programs running in the background that it's bogging down their computer and not letting it work correctly. It's not a crash, it's just you, unfortunately, not using a lot of wisdom and common sense and just putting way too much stuff on your computer that is slowing it down. Number 2, another reason we see is they do actually have one of those old-fashioned hard drives that has the spinning moving parts, but it hasn't shattered like they see in the movies. It is basically slowing down because those drives are typically 5,400 RPM drives or 7,200 RPM drives. That means every minute that computer is on, it's spinning potentially 7,200 times, and as you can imagine, year after year of that kind of wear and tear, it causes that drive to break down and it slows down. It doesn't crash and shatter, hardly ever, but it causes it to slow down. It becomes basically unusable. And sometimes those computers have a hard time even booting up to that drive. So oftentimes they'll call it a crash. The third time is our friends with Microsoft Windows. What they like to do oftentimes is release updates or patches or fixes that are supposed to improve this operating system called Windows. And oftentimes it does the exact opposite. It screws things up. They decide to switch out a driver and all of a sudden your graphics card doesn't work anymore because the driver we gave it has been taken out and the one that Microsoft says is better has been switched in, and they cause that computer to blue screen when it turns on, and a lot of people see that and assume it's a crash. Again, it's not. So when you bring your computer into us, we're going to figure out which one of those 3 it is, and every single time we're going to be able to fix that issue for you guys. So come on in, explain why your computer crashed. We'll figure it out, we'll fix it, we'll get you guys back up and running. We appreciate your support and we appreciate you guys watching these videos. Got lots more to come. Make sure to stay tuned for our next quick tutorial.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Let's take one of our last looks of March out of our Lerner and Rowe WeatherCam, and it is a breezy day today. Look at that palm tree blowing in the wind. We'll take a closer look at weather and those temps after the break.
Hi, I'm attorney Jonathan Nelson of J.K. Nelson Law. If you're hearing this, it means you're probably not dead, which is great. Call our office today to schedule an appointment for your will or your trust so that your family can be taken care of when you pass away. On the other hand, if you've recently lost a loved one, now it's time to talk and go over how to administer their estate. In either case, give us a call today, 775-727-9900. Let us show you why we've been recognized by Best of Las Vegas and voted Best Attorney for Pahrump for the last 4 years. Call today, 775-727-9900.
America is great and Pahrump is awesome. We have room for our furry friends, and when it's time to care for them, we have the best feed store, Shadow Mountain Feed. Who did Siegfried and Roy call on when their dolphin quit eating? Shadow Mountain Feed. They developed a nutrition solution right in their store. From elephants to dogs and everything in between, they have what you need to feed, grow, and show your animals. They have everything except bread. Don't go there for bread. Shadow Mountain Feed, your one-stop care center for your best friends. At 2371 West Bella Vista, call 775-727-5527.
You're still looking good.
I'm still feeling good. You know, I've got all your MyPillow products. Mattress topper, bed sheets, MyPillows, towels, slippers, blankets.
I'm interrupting this commercial to do something I've never done before. Get 2 MyPillows absolutely free on orders of $100 or more. I can't do this forever, so get on board with this great sale today. Our best-selling 6-piece bath towel sets or kitchen towel sets, just $29.98. Our famous standard MyPillows only $14.98. Queens $18.98. King size only $1 more. Body pillows $29.98. Multi-use MyPillow 2.0s with pillowcase $9.98. Save $40 on our spring percale and Giza Dream bed sheet sets. Any size, any color. So go to mypillow.com or call that number on your screen. Use your promo code to save up to 80% on all MyPillow products. And when you spend $100 or more, get 2 standard MyPillows absolutely free.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. I'm Mike Ruhan from the Channel 25 Weather Studios. Let's check out this weather map. Fernley saw 68 degrees, 72 in Fallon. Carson City cool at 61 degrees. Tonopah saw 70, 69 in Goldfield, 79 in Beatty, 85 in Amargosa and Las Vegas, twinning, 96 in Death Valley, but here in our paradise of Pahrump, our current temperature is 81 degrees, and we had a lot of wind today, south-southwest, 19 miles per hour. 83 degrees was our high. Humidity 14%. The sun rose at 6:37 a.m. Look for that to go away at 7:02 p.m. Humidity goes up to 23%. Southeast winds 18 miles per hour, and we go to a low of 55 degrees. Let's check out our 7-day forecasts. Our 7-day forecast looks kind of cold. 71 tomorrow and then 72 on Saturday. Sunday we're going to see 71 again. Guess what? Monday 71 too. 73 on Tuesday, 67 on Wednesday, and check that out. Winter returns on Thursday, 55 degrees. Where's Mojave Max when you need him? Back to the desk. Here's Unette.
Thanks so much, Mikey. And as we say goodbye tonight, we'd like to say rest in peace to a sports legend and former boxing champion, George Foreman, who passed recently. We'd like to send our condolences to his family and all fans. And that does it for this edition of News Unette Gentry, and from all of us here at KPVM and A's Country Radio. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the air next newscast. Good night.
You know, an author once said, before you have a dog, you can't quite imagine what living with one might be like. And afterwards, you can't imagine living any other way. I don't know, evil.